God bless you. And today is June the 18th. Welcome to the daily reading of the Devotionals, taken from the book He Sent Me Back to Tell You, written by Sister Gwen Shaw. You can find this wonderful book for your own by visiting our bookstore at www.eth-s.org. The title of today's devotional is You and God Are in the Majority. Isn't that just wonderful, wonderful news? And it's taken from Psalms chapter 3, verse 6. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves round about me. Numbers don't count when I'm on your side. You and I are in the majority. David wrote this psalm when he was fleeing for his life from his son, Absalom. Now, Absalom hated his father with such a deadly hatred that he not only wanted to kill David and seize his throne, he even went so far as to openly, in the sight of all Israel, rape his father's concubines on the rooftop of the palace. He had turned the nation against his father. It seems as though the whole world hated David. But David took time of the night on his flight to write this beautiful song. And there's no trace of bitterness. There's no trace of anger. No trace of hatred in this song against his son Absalom. There's only sorrow. There's only grief. This shows us the true greatness of David. When the battle was joined in the forest near the Jordan River, David's last command was, "Deal gently for my sake with the young man, even with Absalom." And all the people heard when the king gave all the captains charge concerning Absalom. But when Joab, the commanding officer of David's army, killed Absalom as he hung from a tree helpless, David went into deep mourning for his son. 2 Samuel chapter 18, verse 33 says, And the king was much moved, and went up to his chamber over the gate, and wept. And as he went, thus he said, O my son Absalom, O my son Absalom, would God I had died for thee, O Absalom, my son, my son. It took one man, Joab, to kill Absalom and deliver David from what would have been certain death at the hands of his own son. But my angels caught hold of Absalom and hung him up by his hair in the branch of a tree. His hair was his pride, and you see, his pride was his undoing. Sometimes you may feel all alone and defenseless, but if you put your trust in me, you'll never be the loser. I will remove your enemies one by one. This is a great unseen host of angels that surround you at all times. When the Syrian king went to war against Israel, he sent an army of horses and chariots and a great host, the word says. They compassed the city by night, and when the servant of Elisha saw them, he cried out, Alas, my master, what shall we do? Elisha answered him, Fear not, for they be with us are more than they that be with them. Then he prayed for me to open his servant's eyes, and when I did, he saw the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire that stood round about Elisha. I smote the entire Syrian army with blindness, and one old prophet and his young servant had led them into captivity. That is what I mean when I say, with me, you are on the winning side. Thank you for being with us today, and join us tomorrow for another reading from the Daily Devotional found from the book He Sent Me Back to Tell You, written by Sister Gwen Shaw. God bless you.